So will the new traffic rules bring sanity back onto our roads? Let's see. If you are in violation of those new traffic rules, take a look at some of the fines you'll be parting with come Monday. When it comes to having a license plate or identification plates that are not affixed, or they haven't been placed correctly, I beg your pardon, you will part with 10,000 shillings. Driving on or through a pedestrian walkway or pavement, 5,000 shillings. Causing an obstruction on the road with your vehicle in a manner that inconveniences other motorists will be 10,000 shillings. Now, failure of a driver to obey traffic signs, you will be parting with 3,000 shillings. Now, failure of a driver to stop when asked to do so by a police officer in uniform, 5,000 shillings you'll be parting with. Driving without a valid driving license that corresponds to the class of the vehicle being driven, 7,000 shillings you'll be looking at. And failure to renew a driving license will be 1,000 shillings. Of course, that's now being done online. Failure to provide a driving license on demand, another 1,000 shillings you will be having to part with. Driving while using a mobile phone will be 2,000 shilling fine. Learner failing to exhibit the L plates on the front and rear of the vehicle will be 1,000 shilling fine. Now, failure to carry lifesavers. This is very important. Those triangles will cost you 2,000 shillings. Failure to display lifesavers in the case where any part of the vehicle remains on the road in a position to obstruct or cause obstruction will be 3,000 shillings. Now, failure to have seat belts will be 10,000 shillings. For every seat that doesn't have a seat belt, or if the seat belts are not on the proper standard. Now, failure to wear a seat belt while the vehicle is in motion will be 500 shilling fine. Driving a PSV while being unqualified will see the driver part with 7,000 shillings. The driver of the PSV who lets an unauthorized person drive will be paying a fine of 5,000 shillings. An unlicensed individual acting as the conductor or driver of the PSV will part with 5,000 shillings. Now, PSVs picking and dropping passengers at areas that are not the designated bus stops will have to pay a 1,000 shilling fine, very common. Now, failure to fit prescribed speed governors in vehicles will be 10,000 shilling fine. Traveling with a part of the body outside of a moving vehicle will be 1,000 shillings. So a warning to the touts out there. Touting will attract a fine of 3,000 shillings. Now, motorcycle riders or boda boda riders riding without protective gear will part with a 1,000 shilling fine. Likewise, motorcycle passengers riding without protective gear will also part with 1,000 shillings. And the rider of a motorcycle carrying more than one passenger, no more overloading on boda bodas, will have to part with 1,000 shilling fine. So there you have it, folks. The fines that you'll have to face if you violate any of those new traffic rules on the road. And the last few there, exceeding the limits, 1 to 5 kilometers above the speed limit, 500 shillings. 6 to 10 kilometers above will be 3,000 shillings. 11 to 15 kilometers above, 6,000. And 16 to 20 kilometers will be 10,000 shillings. This will be a very tricky one. Those speed guns will be coming in handy for the traffic police on our roads come Monday. So be careful and make sure that you stick to the prescribed speed limits.